What's up, gamers? Welcome to another episode of the Lazy Game Review. I will let you know I'm a little fucked up right now. um, I started a new anti-anxiety medication today, and it has not been treating me well. I have been very lightheaded, but I just beat Assassin's Creed Odyssey like 20 minutes ago maybe, and I want to talk about it. I want to get this out at least. I got to do my daily upload, you know? So yeah. I just finished Assassin's Creed Odyssey for the first time. Let's see how I ended out with. I ended out with about 59 hours, which is a lot more than I thought it would have taken. I was hoping for something more in the 40 range, but I guess that didn't just work out. My thoughts on this game are very mixed because originally, so this was on the game list, which if you don't know is a list of games that I had set myself to beat within the year because I needed to get rid of my backlog. So I was like, I don't buy more games, I play these couple games that I put down on the list. And I have been playing this game on and off since March, I want to say. I would play it for maybe like 4 hours straight one day, or maybe for like a couple days in a week. I'll be super into it. We'll be having a great time. And then I'll drop it. I can't stand it. I try to pick it up. I can't stand the game. I can't fucking play it. It feels terrible for me to play. This kept going on for a while. And only until recently, when I had a lot more free time in this past like week or two, have I actually been able to go ahead and finish it out. So it was very, I think I was very put off by, by one, the fact that I am more familiar with the older Assassin's Creed games. I've never played Origins, Valhalla, or anything like that. I've played up to Black Flag, I believe I own Unity and Liberation and some of the others, but I haven't touched them. I don't know a single thing about them. It took a while to get used to that. I do think in this past week I got pretty used to it. I actually kind of liked it a lot. I really liked the new skills, the new abilities that you can unlock and stuff. And it's like an RPG thing, but it was fun. And I love the, I don't know what to call it, the ability wheel, where you hold down left trigger, and then you press whichever fucking button will correspond to your ability. I think that's a great design. I think it's like, I've never seen that in any other game where it opens a wheel like that you just press the button for. I thought it was great. Yeah, like the gameplay's all right. You get used to it as it goes on. You have a lot more fun as it goes on. And this is only going to make sense if you played the game for an amount of time. But what my build was, and this should be spoiler free, is I had the Hero Strike ability, which deals a lot of damage with an armor set, for which when you have all the armor pieces on, you can, if you parry someone, then that Hero Strike immediately recharges, and you can just use it again, bada bing, bada boom. So I got really good at parrying, especially in the last like 10 hours of the game. I would just parry everyone, attack them. They couldn't even attack me. I was fighting people with little skulls over their heads because their levels are too high for me to like even be able to fight. I beat the game at level 35. I don't think I was supposed to. But it was fun. I was fighting like the hardest enemies that I could find with the skulls over, which I'm not supposed to fight, and then I just beat them just like that because of this ability. I thought that was the best part. That was honestly so funny to watch myself beat like a hypothetical, a giant fucking dragon or some shit with a little parry, just whoop, Hero Strike, you're good. I thought that was fun as hell. Let's see what else we got. I love exploring these worlds in Assassin's Creed. I don't know if that's like a big part for the fan base, but exploring these accurate remade locations was so cool to me. Like, I learned recently that they didn't put Mount Olympus in the game, which would be in the geography of the game, but I guess since no one's ever climbed it, it just didn't count or something. But for the most part, like Athens, like Sparta, like all these cool locations, and of course there's differences, but just seeing the statues remade, seeing these historical landmarks with a fresh coat of paint, something that you can explore, I think that's beautiful. And I think that they did that wonderfully in this game, especially in this game. Like, you can basically explore an entire country, an entire continent, more than that. It's so cool. You're just going around. You're going to many different landmarks. You're going to the arena. You're going to the Olympics. You're going to wherever the hell else. I don't want to name too many islands. One, because I can't think of them, but two, because I don't want to spoil. It was amazing. As for other positives, I loved Deimos as a character. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I played with Alexios, so I took the male protagonist. I don't know how much changes. I'm pretty sure they call you Cassandra if you choose the female character. I don't know what they do with the guy version in that route, though. That's a little confusing for me. But Deimos for me, oh my god, what a cool, like, I wanted more of her in my game. She's such an interesting character, and it feels like there was so many more layers to it that could have unfolded that didn't, but I still enjoyed every second that she was on screen, especially in the end parts. Like, that's so cool. Just seeing her arc, even though it's not a lot, it was just good. It was cool. I like Deimos a lot. I also, yeah. Let's see what other problems I have, though. I wrote down a little list of, like, pros and cons. Okay, there are some weird difficulty spikes in this game, and difficulty, the opposite of spikes, holes, I guess. For example, there is a quest near the end of the game where you need to hunt down 4, like, leaders. And these leaders were level, like, I was probably 34, 33 at the time. And usually, you can usually handle, like, 2 levels up or under than you. That's probably a safe bet. These enemies were, like, 10 levels above me, 9 levels above me, 8 levels above me. Like, that's insane. And it took me a bunch of tries for some of them. Some of them I just blew out somehow. But specifically, there was this one who had the little skull above her head, and I was like, okay, cool. And just she, for some reason, was the most difficult one. Like, even with my special ability thing that I had going, it took me like 15 tries to kill her. And it was really weird, because the next mission that I went on, no problem at all. I did, like, the final boss and everything so easily. I don't know what happened. It seems like the game, I don't know if it's because of the areas the game takes place in, because there are certain areas that are higher leveled and certain that are lower leveled, but you would think that in a game where some areas are higher level and some are lower level, you would guide the player to the lower levels first and then to the higher later. But then they drop back down to the lower levels after going to the higher levels. Like, what are we supposed to do with the difficulty here? Maybe it's because I was severely underleveled. That is probably part of it. But regardless, it felt very odd. Like a very inconsistent kind of thing. There's also, this was the worst part of the game. There's so much grinding in this game, dude. Not even, it took me, what was it, 60 hours to beat this. I did the main quest. I did a couple side quests. I won't lie. I did the one with the Barnabas guy and like his stuff. I thought it was nice. It took a couple hours. It wasn't bad. I did a couple forts or whatever, but it should not have taken me 60 hours for this game. Like, how are people beating this game faster than I am, and I'm level 35 by the end? I'm so confused. It was just... I don't like grinding. I can handle it, but in a single-player game, I cannot stand it. It's just not fun. I had the same issue with Loop Hero a couple reviews back. The last bit of that game is just grinding. Like, what's the fun? Like, in multiplayer games, at least there's like a goal to achieve that you can like show off. It's something that not only looks good, but has a social aspect to it. This is just play the game more, and then you get to win. There's no more incentive that is more than just itself. I don't know. I didn't like it that much. Also, this is a problem that a lot of people probably talked about with Odyssey before, and Origins and Valhalla. But the number go up thing, like the numbers are incomprehensible at this point. Like you start off doing like maybe 100 damage or some shit. I'm doing like 15,000 by the end. Like, these numbers are meaningless. I don't look at them anymore. I just look at the health bar and see how much it goes down. Like it's such a trend in gameplay because it apparently psychologically makes you like more invested, or you pay more attention. No, sorry. Or you like seeing the numbers go up. It's satisfying to you. It's not to me. It doesn't do anything. The numbers don't make sense anymore. There's no point. Like, at least when it was like, 1 to 10, you can see that difference. I can only really see the difference when there's another digit. So when you hit the tens, the hundreds, the thousands, before you do that, there's not really much of a difference in terms of what you're seeing. Sure, gameplay-wise it might change, but it's all the same. I don't know. The story was alright. I really did not care about some bits of it. Like, that thing I talked about earlier where you're killing all the leaders. There was nothing to it. It was just, you're going around killing people. And I actually quite like some of the characters. Socrates, of course. Pericles was interesting. Deimos, like I said, probably my favorite character in the game. There were some others. Some of the I won't mention yet. But the story was okay. It didn't really do much. It wasn't what pushed me forward. What pushed me forward was the list. I was playing the game to play the game at times, it felt like. Sometimes I'm playing the game to have fun, fight cool monsters. Sometimes I'm just playing it to beat it. I do have the DLC. Maybe I'll play the DLC. I do like mythology. My boyfriend is really into mythology, especially Greek mythology, so this was kind of the perfect game to start with, because now I have stuff I can talk to him about, like, the Greece did this and the Greek did that. And with mythology DLC, I can like finally half understand what he's talking about sometimes. And yeah, that's Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I would say if you were to buy it, if buying the base game, I'd give maybe like $20-25. I don't know how the DLC is, but if it's good, maybe like 30-35. It's all right. It's all right. It's a good game. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Subscribe. I make videos often. I make them daily sometimes. I try to, at least. All right, bye.